On the 7th of November 2007, one of our friends over at avg.com, the guys who make AVG antivirus, told us that he'd been reading NHL.com and had suddenly been transferred without agreeing to a website that started scanning his computer, again without his permission, and was trying to get him to install software very similarly to the video we're about to watch. So a quick look around the search engines revealed that other people were seeing it from other websites, including things like MLB.com, Major League Baseball's official website. We started investigating and we found a couple of interesting things. One was that it didn't happen every visit. It happened, there were hours between when you did actually see something, which made it very hard to track down because you'd get everything set up and you wouldn't be able to catch it. And then the second interesting thing was that when it did come, it seemed to come in waves because one of our researchers on the other side of the world got it at almost the same moment that we did. Very interesting stuff. Anyway, here's what we saw at MLB.com. So here we are at MLB.com reading all the information about baseball, and we hit refresh. But here's the interesting thing. Instead of Major League Baseball page refreshing, you're taken off, the browser disappears completely. There's a little box that says it wants to scan your system. And even though you hit cancel, it takes you to the next page anyway and starts scanning your system. Not very friendly of it. Well, let it run, see what it does. Gosh, now it says that it wants to scan my system for viruses and I should press run and open. I'll click OK because that's the only button I've got. Now it wants to install some software. Well, I'll click cancel again. And it still pops up a message saying that my computer hasn't completed the virus scan, which I never asked for in the first place. And it really says, do you want to install Long Life PC? It's the recommended thing to do, but we'll click cancel again. And it says it's going to scan your system anyway. And I should click run and open when I can. Not very friendly. So then the question becomes, what happened? How did it get there? Well, it's pretty difficult to actually tell, but when you've got the protocol snapshots, you can look and you can see the sequence. And the sequence basically runs like this. MLB.mlb.com calls to add.doubleclick.net. At some point, add.doubleclick.net calls to newbieadguide.com. And then at some point, newbieadguide.com calls to fixthemnow.com. This is where the code seems to come from. And for some reason, fixthemnow.com calls to bsa.safetydownload.com, which downloads some GIFs to help make the pictures on the page. Now that's buried in the middle of hundreds of other sockets, and finding it is like finding a needle in a haystack, but that's what's happening. So what does all this mean? Well, what it means is that we're entering a new phase of the World Wide Web. Some people call it Web 2.0, some people call it Web 2.0, but the point is that it's a media-rich world that we're living in, and all of these websites are trying to make themselves as interesting as they possibly can and as up-to-date as they possibly can, which means that they're pulling traffic from all over and they're pulling ads from all over because there's good money in it, and it's a dangerous situation. The whole point about HTTP traffic or web traffic is that it goes straight through your firewall, and antivirus isn't really in a position to detect this sort of behavior. You really need some extra bit of software to filter that web traffic. And the other question is, when does it stop? And the answer is never, because they're making money. As long as they keep making money, they're going to keep doing it. And we all have to be prepared to defend ourselves against this stuff.